Hello and welcome to another video brought to you by Classic Helmets here in a rather glorious looking Northern Ireland. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Dexter and in this box here I believe I have a pretty rare Sete Gibernau MotoGP race replica. I have to say I really am looking forward to seeing this helmet. I've had a few of these before and the colour scheme is not to everyone's taste, but the finish on the paintwork is absolutely superb if it's, fingers crossed, touch wood, in good working order. So firstly we have the original box. This was mailed to me in. All I've done is take the address off and slice the box open. Nothing else has been done. Okay, it's packaged pretty well. That's a good start. We have an Arai box. It's a little bit tatty, but let's have a look at it properly. So we have an Arai box. Again, not the original, but the fact it is an Arai box is actually a pretty good sign to start with. Ooh, looks okay initially. So I can see, carefully, we have a clear visor. A little bit grubby, but that's okay, we can work with that. We have a dark visor. Why is that not on the helmet? Oh, I hope the side pods are okay. Dark visor. It's a bit scratched up. It's missing the recess point on the visor, but I have a whole bag of those spare. Tear off race visor. It might be okay, it might be rescuable. Ah, what's this? Okay, that's good. We have a period correct manual. So that's nice to know as well. And then the helmet itself. Ooh, let's have a look at this. Wow, look at that. That is a 2006 Sete Gibernau MotoGP race replica. And yes, it might be a little bit grubby. That's fine, we can work with that. It looks okay. The paintwork is in excellent condition. No real major marks, damage or nicks to contend with. Front chin vent is working fine. Top vent is all good. Top diffuser vents are fine. And the rear diffuser vents are also all good. Yeah, so if I can just quickly go to the camera and show you what I mean. The paintwork on the front is very pearlescent with the grey. If I hold it in the light, you see the shiny pearlescentness on that? I've always quite liked this colour scheme. So yeah, Sete Gibernau his most famous replicas are the blue and yellow ones. I'll put some pictures of those on screen. There was also a reverse red colour scheme, which I've had a couple of in the past, very rare. They brought those out, I think, in Astro R form for the UK and European market, and RX-7 as well. A lot of people don't like this colour scheme, but I think it's pretty good. I think it works. Just going to have a little bit of a look at the interior liners. Being honest, I can smell it from here, so I think the liners will need a fair bit of work done to them. That's okay though, I've got my products here, and I've got spare boxes full of parts, interior liners, if I need to use them. Brother, yeah, it's a little bit worn, shall we say, but that's okay. One thing we do need to do is take these strap covers off, see if the camera can show it. You see there's a little bit of grey fade on the covers. I'll put a new one of those on. Something else I've also noticed is I might take out the little filter. There's a little filter on the EPS liner just here. I've got new filters in stock, I'll do that as well. But apart from that, just a real good proper elbow grease clean, and I think we'll have this looking pretty good. In fact, I'll take a quick picture of this so I can just show you a before and after. In the past, I have sold the blue Gibernaus for £400 or so. I think I sold the red one I had for about 350. And these grey ones which was from his 2006 year on the Marlboro Ducati, in good condition, which this one is once it's had a good clean up, and it has got the box and manuals which help. I think this probably is worth about 400 or so. So let me get into chest cam mode and I will do a quick show of what he's doing to it and a quick clean up. Okay, so you join me now in chest camera mode. I think the first job I'd like to do with this rather nice 2006 Gibernau Replica is just to give it a clean. It needs a good clean, so I will fast forward bits of this. I think what I'll do first, though, to help me out, is take out the interior liners. In fact, that top liner I think I might bin and replace. Well, the cheek pads aren't too bad. I've seen worse, I've seen better. So I think these we can just give a really good clean up to. I am going to replace the strap covers as well, because they've definitely seen better days. Yeah, those strap covers I think are ready for the bin. The other job I said I would do was that I would replace that little filter just here. So I might just quickly do that now as well. In fact, let me get my box of spares, because I should have a few of those bits. There we go. So I've got a bag of spare filters here, some new, some used. I think you look pretty good straight off the bat. I've got a bag of strap covers down here on the straps. So what's these two here looking like? Oh, much better. So if we look at the difference between these grade ones here and then these here, much better condition. Yeah, I'm very happy with those. So we've got a couple of good spare parts here I've managed to find. Always keep your spare parts if you're stripping a helmet. Shouldn't need glue, this should just go straight in. Yeah, that's looking a bit better actually. The EPS has got a little bit of wear, so it may not look necessarily straight, but it's definitely better than it was by a long shot. Now to put these strap covers back in. I'll do the fiddlier side first. I'll probably speed this bit up because it's quite annoying. And there we go. That is the harder strap cover done. Now this side should just go straight back on. Hurry up! And there we go. So fresh strap, or fresher strap covers in the helmet now. Looking much better. I think we'll give the helmet a bit of a clean now. Yeah, this is looking so much better. Okay, so the helmet has been cleaned and I have to say is looking superb. This is cleaned up so well. See, this is the benefit of using quality products like the Mock-Off spray, my Vulcanet wipes, and just good old-fashioned microfiber cloth and elbow grease, really. This has clean. I mean, look at the pearlescence on that. That is stunning. The shell and paintwork are, I'd say 9.5 out of 10. Cut little marks, so I might just quickly touch in at the end. So we've got that main job done. Also off camera, I gave the clear visor a bit of a clean, and I have to say it is cleaned up perfectly. That is what I would call a near mint condition clear visor. So I will very quickly get that back on the helmets. Now, because this is an old RX-7 Corsair, and because these side pods are impossible to get hold of, I will spray this sort of light lubricating fluid in here, just to make my life a little bit easier getting the visor back on. Also spray the visor as well, actually, just on this bit here. Right, wish me luck. This is the bit that I hate the most with older helmets. That went on just with a little bit of light force. And that side is also on. Perfect. Just put a little bit more spray in there. Make sure the visor is going up and down without much strain. That's lovely. That's what we're looking for. So the helmet now is really coming along well. There's not many more jobs to do. What I want to do next is put back in any liners. So I have the original crown liner here. This liner, it really has seen better days, so that can just go. Ouch. Goodbye. I have a replacement liner here, not from the same model. This is from an Astro Viper GT. But it does fit, so this will just go straight in. And it has also been pre-cleaned and smelling pretty fresh. There we go, we're in there. And there we are. That is 1x crown liner from a different model, but fitting perfectly fine in the RX-7 Corsair. Looking good. I do have a backup set of cheek pads as well, but I think these cheek pads will clean up, so let's crack on with that job quickly. And there we go. That is mucho better. So it turns out I didn't need these. They can go back in a box somewhere. There we go. A little bit of anti-odor spray. In fact, I might just spray some in the helmet as well. Always keep the visor out of the way if you can. So we'll do this side first. And for the other side. And there we go, those have snapped back into position very positively. Yeah, that's looking great. So just give the helmet a quick wipe off again, make sure there's no fingerprints on there at all. Oh, that's looking superb. Wow, 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 wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought this one might be a challenge for me, but actually it's worked out all right. Yeah, that's lovely. That's so much better. The strap's actually in very good condition. I was expecting the straps maybe to have gone, but no, they're all right. So I will get some shots of this on my little turn thing in the booth. get some pictures and get it listed online. And that is how we clean, change a few parts, and I'd say this has had a very light restoration really. The visor has actually cleaned up superbly. Vents are working brilliantly. The interior liners are just a complete transformation, they really are. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Well, thank you very much for tuning into Classic Helmets. If you'd like to see more content featuring some classic, obscure and very collectible Arai and Shoei helmets, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, that would be fantastic. Please feel free to comment if you have any questions or any thoughts or any comments in general. Please also consider giving the video a share. So from Northern Ireland, thank you very much. You've been watching Classic Helmets. Goodbye.